Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me here in the classroom today is, of course, my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, if you could... What are you doing?
Professor.
What is this?
It smells weird, Mr.
What have you decided to do here?
Hey, I'm almost done. For dinner tonight, I'm making this big old pot of soup.
Why did you bring a hot plate into the classroom?
I don't think he built a campfire. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
That's a full
that is
campfire.
Oh.
It's weird that you call a campfire a hot plate, Corbin.
Well, just where I'm from, that's sometimes what we call it.
I mean, it's pretty hot, and it's what I'm putting the pot on. So.
And you put things on a plate, therefore.
Whew.
Hot plate. You see where it makes sense now?
This is an old secret family recipe. This is my 18-hour soup. And,
Ooh.
Which of your
I hope
18 hours?
Yes, you have to stir it continuously for 18 hours.
How long have you been stirring it?
We're pretty close. We're at 15 and a half hours.
Okay, so it's not going to be...
so it'll be ready
It
in
still has
2
a
hours.
long way to go.
That's
So
right,
you'll be making it throughout the entire class, is what you're saying.
I mean, unless I'm going to waste the last 15 and a half hours worth of work.
I guess you'll have to figure out how to stir it and also do the assignment that I have for you at the end of class.
Oh, of course.
You'll figure something out. Also joining us in the classroom today is, of course, our young trainer, Corbin. Corbin, if you could please introduce yourself.
Hey, yo, what's up? What's
whoa,
good?
whoa,
What's
hey,
good? What's
whoa.
poppin'? How's it going, everybody?
Oh, you're
Good to
really
be
energetic today, Corbin.
Here. I'm feeling good, man. I don't know. There's something in the spices you're putting in there, Mr. Curtis. It's getting me really jumpy. Ooh, ha. What is that? Did you put
you
a
like
little
the smell
cayenne
of that?
pepper in there? I do a little. I mean, it's a little rancid. It's weird.
Whoa.
It smells good, but it also smells horrid at the same time. You know what I mean?
On the intake, or is it the after smell?
Well, I'm getting a
lingering.
hint of there's a little bit of potato soup, but at the very, very end, I'm getting a little bit of Toro Stung, and I'm not a huge fan of it. You know what I mean? It's
please, excuse me.
Don't-
Not my soup.
Yeah, don't give away his family secrets. Everybody.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
One of them is Toro Stung.
Don't worry, Corbin. There's a couple more ingredients I have to yet put in here.
Okay.
Just a little bit more flavor layering is what we call it.
Flavor.
Is that what they call it?
We call
Flaring.
we call it flavouring.
Flaring.
Right.
Yeah, flaring.
Flavor.
Flavoring.
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 No, that's just flavoring.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, it's almost done, but not quite there.
I'll let you. I guess I'm fine with you working on that in my classroom. It's too late now. Anyways, so before we get started on the lesson in earnest, I do have a Gengar mail here that I would like to read, if that's okay with everybody.
I'll allow it. Yep. Sure.
Okay.
I love it, Professor. Thank you.
So this comes to us from virtual student Ryan, not Team Rocket Ryan. If some of you may remember, this is a different Ryan, I believe.
Yes.
They say, "Dear Professor Jacob, I'm a longtime virtual student and have learned so much from your teachings. Thanks to one particular lesson, in addition to my Pokemon training, I'm also pursuing a career as a Squirtle rights lawyer. You better watch out, Mr. Curtis."
Good for you. Yeah, good for you.
Good. I love it.
Mr. Curtis, you
bring
nearly... I'm going to report to the authorities that you have returned from the dead and that you should be investigated still. Just saying.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He doesn't have any idea what you're talking about.
Well, Ryan knows what's up.
Yeah. Ryan continues on to say, "However, I'm writing to you with concerns that your curriculum might not continue on into the Johto region. Well, lucky for you,
Well,
here we are in the Johto region.
Here we are. Don't you feel silly, Ryan?
They say this will be necessary as it will allow your lessons to eventually progress to my favorite and home region, Hoenn. In an effort to encourage your continued tutelage and perhaps as a means of bonding for Corbin and Mr. Curtis, I have enclosed a short honorary poem for the 167th Pokemon." Does anybody know what that is? Anybody know what Pokemon that is?
Is it Decidueye?
Well, well, of course. There's only one Pokemon that deserves to be the 167th.
Yeah, the lofty number.
That is, of course, the one, the only, the perfect Pokemon.
He's really trying to think of a good funny joke to say right now. I can tell it in the way that he is.
Mr. Curtis,
But
what is it?
There's no joking. It's Spinarak. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
It is
okay.
the one and the only.
Yes,
You have that memorized, do you?
It is Spinarak.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, it's
The only
pretty
one
easy.
I'm certain is not Decidueye.
Because, like, if you kind of, like, take 167 and kind of, like, flip it around a little bit, it looks like a Spinarak. A little bit.
I don't think
If
so.
you kind of, like, take the 7 and, like, flip it around and, like, put it next to the 6, like, beneath the 6, and then it kind of looks like legs. I think I can see it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I don't.
There it is.
I think I don't.
That's just
think
one way
so.
to remember. So yes, Ryan did include a poem here. I'm gonna, I guess, hold it up in front of Curtis because I want you to read this one, Curtis.
Yes, of course. Here, let me just set my
Lift
stuff
up
to the side here.
I didn't bring a laptop over here yet, so I gotta lift up the monitor to my computer and see if it records. Okay, yeah, here we go.
Let me
All right.
take a quick sip to clear my throat here.
All right, I don't have a lot of upper body strength, so if you could. Okay, great.
Of course.
You know, when you were dead, I didn't miss that.
I did not. I didn't miss it either. A lot of slurping.
All right, here we go. Please. All right. Oh, Spinarak. Oh,
I'm
Spinarak.
regretting this already.
Your horn sharp and white.
Are you Santa? What is this?
Your web strong and limber to catch things in flight. You wait in pure darkness for something you can bite. Holding sticky, silent vigil, you brave out the night.
Let's speed it up a little bit.
Oh, Spinarak, with chubby body green. Though not very cuddly, you're certainly not mean. 6 banded legs make you acrobatic.
Come on,
Excuse me.
Nailed
Let me
it.
try that line again.
You
I'm
nailed
sorry.
it
I'm sorry.
much like a gymnast landing on a high beam. You nailed it.
Yes, and then falling straight on your butt.
I'm so sorry. I was thrown off by the previous line about not being very cuddly. There's all sorts of cuddly Spinaraks.
Okay, my arms are getting very tired. If you could please.
Okay. I'm sorry. 6 banded legs make you acrobatic, yet unseen. A perfect little hunter, a perfect little bean.
Oh,
Okay, very good. All right.
Yes,
jeez.
that is of course the truth of the bean. That is Spinarak. Thank you.
The truth. The truth. Of
he
the
titled
bean.
your poem for you, Ryan. The truth of the bean.
The truth of the bean, i.e., Spinarak. All right, so Ryan goes on to say, needless to say, this should be all the evidence you need in order to continue your program for an additional 235 lessons.
I'm sold.
However, yeah, I mean, that did it for me. That one.
That did it.
That poem moved me enough.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I heard back from our producers of the class. We got renewed for 2 more seasons.
Oh,
all right,
great.
All right, claps all around.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you.
I didn't.
That was a joke. This is not a TV show.
It wasn't very funny, as you can understand, so I was a little bit confused. I was like, what are you talking about, the principal? Or, I mean, I hope so. This is my livelihood. This is how I
was making. All right,
That's
it was.
right.
I was.
This
making,
is the professor's livelihood.
I was
Yeah,
making
how
my
dare you
joke.
joke about that, Corbin?
I'm sorry.
All right, let me finish Ryan's Gengar mail. They say, however, as a newly certified Squirtle rights lawyer, I will contact the head of the Saffron City Learning Center. Perhaps the tragic quote-unquote accident on school grounds involving that helpless Squirtle will prove enough leverage to secure you extra classroom access and funding. I don't know, Ryan. I feel like if you really dig into that, it's only going to hurt my reputation around the
There's a couple
campus.
things to dissect there at the end of that email, Ryan. First of all, congratulations on getting your Squirtle rights lawyer license from the beginning.
Congrats.
You got it in between writing the emails, because at the beginning you said you were pursuing a career, and then at the very end you said that you are a certified Squirtle rights lawyer. So it made it sound like to me you got it somewhere in between writing this email.
No. He is certified, right? He was certified the whole time.
He was certified the whole time?
He just hasn't found a job yet. He hasn't been hired.
Oh, that's
He's
rough,
pursuing
Ryan.
Yeah,
that career.
he's pursuing
That's
the
rough,
career.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck out there. Job market's rough, buddy.
And you can pursue the career as you're like in the career, I think.
See, I thought he didn't have a license, and then he did by the end of it.
I'm pursuing a career in Professor Assistanting.
Well, you shouldn't pursue a career in cooking because, my goodness, it's getting worse.
It is getting
smell.
Yeah, something's getting a little bit burnt.
Don't worry. I got. I'm not done yet. Okay.
Also, after the other tragic accident that happened on school grounds, the people at the Saffron City Learning Center don't talk to me that much.
Well, yeah, we don't answer to the Saffron City Learning Center.
No,
we answer to the Goldenrod City Learning Center branch of the Saffron City Learning Center.
But as you can see from that, it is a branch of the Saffron City Learning Center, so they still answer to the Saffron City Learning Center.
Wait, is it the same management? The same people? Is the same principal or a different principal?
Are you talking about the managers of the GCLCBOTSCLC?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any insight on that, Mr. Curtis?
Well, I'm just saying they all report to the same chain of command, and that is, of course, the principal at the Saffron City Learning Center.
Oh, so
okay.
It all
really,
it all leads back to the principal.
Are you sure there isn't like a superintendent of all of these branches?
Superintendent, principal.
Okay, so
you know,
so
they
the
are very
Saffron
different,
City
Mr.
Learning Center principal is also the superintendent. Okay, yeah, I didn't really read the organization flow chart.
You can't get away from that.
Well, I mean, I think we kind of did. We got away pretty well.
What?
All right, I think that does it for the Gengar mail from Ryan. Thank you so much. And you know what? Keep being an active student. We love to hear that. I love to hear that. I can't talk for Corbin and Mr. Curtis. I assume Mr. Curtis does.
Good boy, Ryan.
Yes. Thank you. That was a lovely poem. And anyone who wants to contribute any more content related to the great and perfect little bean, as Ryan says, please do, and please share.
Or like any Pokemon. It doesn't have to be Spinarak.
But especially the perfect bean.
Professor, what are the odds that there are actually Spinarak bodies inside this soup here?
I mean that is 100%.
Oh!
Yeah, I was definitely gonna say nearly 100%.
That is. I'll tell you right there. That's not a secret family ingredient there.
Mr. Curtis!
As loud and proud.
Oh, did you kill more Pokemon and put them in your stew? Oh,
I mean,
he only used the ones that were already dead.
Oh.
you eat Pokemon every day, Corbin.
You do eat Pokemon every day.
Oh.
You do eat Pokemon every day.
Am I
It's
gonna
a fact of life.
Am I gonna get little bits of Squirtle feed in there, huh? Maybe a particular Squirtle foot?
I don't condone killing a Squirtle, though. Thank you.
Yeah, but Spinaraks are fair game.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows that they're fair game.
You love them, but you admit that they're fair game. Okay, got it.
Why do you think he's breeding them?
To kill them?
Well, yeah.
Put them in soup?
I don't always. Okay, they get recycled back into the colony. Is how I put it.
Yeah, he has said that multiple times. All right, let's bring focus back. Let's bring our focus back to the classroom. I know you have a lot of questions about how Mr. Curtis does his stuff. Also, wait. I do have another question that I do want to ask.
Yeah.
Did you move your entire colony to the Johto region? Or did you just leave them out there and in the outskirts of the Saffron City?
Yeah, you're pretty far away, man. You're like hundreds of miles from home. How's that gonna work?
Well, the house and the colony of 3,000 Spinaraks that I keep there is still in the woods around my house. But I did bring a core clutch of a couple hundred with me.
He's brought the invasive species over to the Johto region.
Great.
The nursery south of town is affiliated with my uncle's nursery in upstate Kanto. So I was able to get a room at a room to stay there. Now it was basically their shed. They've relegated me to the shed outside. But me and my Spinaraks, we cuddle up at night. We stay warm. It's good.
Sounds gross.
There are Spinaraks native to the Johto region. How are they? Has there been any clashing between your Spinaraks and the native Spinaraks?
It's mine are bigger and stronger, of course. But they stay pretty close to me. They're more colony focused, where the native Spinaraks are more, individual isolationists.
Right.
So
strength in numbers and all.
That type of thing. That's right. And all of mine, of course, I can identify on site. They have identifying bands on them. So,
like what band? Like,
Yeah.
there's some pretty good ones in the Galar region.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, which band? Like a rock band or?
Oh no. They're like
from Team Yell.
stripes, like bands, like identifying, coloration markings. So.
Okay, I'm terribly sorry. I said focus up, and then I completely threw us off focus.
You're a
again,
hypocrite,
but
Professor.
I had to know. I had to know what was going on. We could talk more about that later. But does anybody know what Pokemon we're learning about today? It's very important. Because that's why I get funding. So I could teach you young whippersnappers and also Mr. Curtis about Pokedex entries.
Can you give me a hint, please?
It's a grass type, and it is the evolved form of. No.
Decidueye.
Good guess, but no. It's the evolved form of Chikorita.
It's that one. Is it Grottle? Oh no, that's Turtwig.
Yeah, that's the evolved form of Turtwig.
Is it Wait, hold on. Is it Laybeef?
Holding.
Leaf.
Leaf,
you say?
You know what? I'm gonna give it to you, Corbin. I'm feeling generous today. So it's not Laybeef, but it is Bayleef. So I assume you know it. You just kind of got the letters all mixed around. We're learning about Bayleef today, which is also known as the Leaf Pokemon.
Right. Yeah, I have an uncle that used to call cookouts Laybeef, so that's why that's why I got it confused. Like, hey, come on down to the family Laybeef,
Why?
Like they lay beef down on the grill and they cook it.
Will you lay beef on the grill?
So that's like
lay beef. Come out to the family lay beef. Cookout's overrated. Come to the lay beef. You lay beef down on the grill.
Okay.
Oh wow,
that's not what I would call it, but okay.
Such a colorful cast of characters that you have in your family. Now, is that you said it was your uncle, right?
Yeah, it's my uncle. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So like your dad's brother, or so is it a Mr. Mime or is it a human?
No, it's one of it's my mom's brother.
Okay,
actually.
All right, so but your dad is Mr. Mime.
No, we've confirmed this many times. Please stop.
Okay, all right. You know what? I'll stop since you asked so nicely. Okay.
You don't tell the professor what to do.
But he asked. He said please. He said please.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Has anybody seen a Bayleef before? It's a pretty rare Pokemon, so I would understand if you haven't.
I just previously in this class.
Of course.
I have not seen one.
Okay. Well, I have one here today. And you know what? Maybe it can figure out what's going on with Mr. Curtis's soup disaster.
It might cry. It might hurt it smelling all this.
Maybe. All right. Anyways, here is a Bayleef.
Oh, wow.
Is it what you expected?
So majestic.
It's very cool. I love the really cool sharp leaf on the top of its head. Very pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, hi there. I mean, it's just
harkens back to the Chikorita that also had a leaf on its head.
It's I don't know if this is the same one from last week, Professor.
This is a different Bayleef. This is
a different Bayleef. Well, looking at it, I will say it's magical. It is beautiful. It's like a mage or E-mage. Let's call it E-mage.
Well, okay, going out with a name first to start with. All right. Sure.
Yeah, I mean we gotta make sure.
Listen, I can't E-mage in a better name, so.
Oh, that was good. E-mage it is. It's also a name of one of our patrons.
Yes. Well, thank you for supporting the classroom, E-mage.
Yes, thank you, E-mage. We've named this Bayleef after you because not only are you cool, this Bayleef is pretty darn cool as well.
Okay.
Hello,
so,
friend.
Okay, we've described the leaf on its head. What other notable features does Bayleef have?
Well, it kind of looks like a bigger Chikorita, but it does have these kind of pods.
These green baguettes all around its neck. What are those, Professor?
Hey, Image, let me take a look at one of those real quick.
Hey, whoa! Don't manhandle the Bayleef. What are you doing?
I did. Image is complying. Okay.
All right. So what it has on its neck. All right. So those are curled up leaves. All right, and we'll read more about this.
Not green baguettes.
They're not green baguettes. No, they are leaves. This is the leaf Pokemon, gotcha. And it has like a very fragrant kind of sprout. Or
it does.
I think that
inside.
It does smell good.
So,
oh my goodness.
I mean, you could try to add that to your soup there.
I think I will. Thank you, Image. You're.
Don't hurt it though.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
I mean, it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me get it. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, this is good.
Let's all
Corbin, come
let's
on,
all gather around and get a real good sniff of this.
I don't really want. I mean, you can if you want to, Professor. I don't know if I should. It wasn't smelling good earlier.
Corbin,
I told you
please.
a little bit of hint of Tauros poop. Are you gonna really stuff it in my face?
But this has got image.
But okay, it's got image flour. Okay. Professor, do I get extra credit if I get to smell it?
Sure. You know what? Sure.
That's the second time I've asked that this week. I'll
think about it.
Okay, cool. All right, Mr. Curtis, just fork it over here.
Oh, please.
Did you already smell it, Professor?
Yeah, I gave it a little bit of a whiff. I was kind of far away though.
Okay.
I just waft it generally in his direction.
Okay. You promise nothing's gonna happen to me?
Get in there.
Get in there.
What's
Come
gonna
over
happen to
here,
you?
Hopefully nothing. All right, let me give it a good big sniff here.
What the?
Oh, I don't know what I just did. I am so sorry.
Corbin, what are you doing?
I just punched the professor in the
Oh my
face.
God.
I am
Bad Corbin.
I think you broke my nose.
I am so sorry.
Bad
I
Corbin.
didn't mean to. I didn't realize I had such a strong punch. I should be. That is my calling as a boxer.
Why? There's a lot of yelling happening.
Professor attack.
Man, I'm not as weak as everybody says I am. I mean, are you okay, Professor? I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to hit you that hard.
Professor, say the word and I'll take him out. I'll take him out right now.
What does that mean?
No, Mr. Curtis,
I gotta
put your katana away. All right, it's fine.
Mr. Curtis, what the heck? Where did you get the katana?
It's fine. I should have known. I should have known that's my fault. So something that is very important about Bayleef is that it's those tubules are very energizing, right? So do we remember something about Chikorita's fragrance? Chikorita also had a fragrance that it used. What do we remember about it?
it's very calming.
It's very
Yes.
calming. It's very chill. It makes you want to be friends with it.
That is not the case with Bayleef. Bayleef is energizing. It makes Pokemon want to fight, and I guess people also want to fight. And I should have known that, and I also did get my face real up close. I wanted to get a sniff of it too. So
I'm sorry, Professor.
Well, but you didn't see me punching anyone after, and I picked it straight from Image.
Well, that's because you're weird. Okay.
that is,
All right?
you are weird.
Normal people get punchy.
Now, Mr. Curtis, I do notice that you stopped stirring your.
No.
You think you can save it, or is it gone now?
No, if you stop at any point over the 18-hour process, it's ruined.
Like you can't take like a 3-minute break.
No.
Oh,
It has to be continuously moved.
That's a shame.
Wow, what a waste! What it would.
I'll have to put it down under the desk, but Professor, this is gonna be my whole week. I've worked so hard for you, Professor.
For me,
It's only gonna be 18
I wasn't
hours,
gonna
not
eat
a whole
any of
week.
that. I was not gonna eat any of that.
Yeah, none of us
but
were.
when it was done, it was gonna be so good.
No, I don't think it was ever gonna be
It
good.
probably is.
18. That soup was almost 16 hours in the making.
Okay, let me go ahead and put Image back into their Pokeball, and I think it's time that we start reading these Pokedex entries.
Bye, Image. I will miss you so much. You were so beautiful.
Thank you for providing your tubule for us.
Yes, thank you for your tubules.
That feels weird to say, doesn't it?
And it was wasted, honestly. If you think about it, it was wasted because Mr. Curtis's terrible soup is now ruined.
Wow.
I think it was probably going to be ruined from the start. All right, starting off these Pokedex entries in the Johto region. The first one says, the scent of spices comes from around its neck. Somehow sniffing it makes you want to fight. Yeah, that's fair enough.
I don't know
Yes.
if it made me want to fight. I think it just made me want to punch.
Yes, I mean, involuntarily. You can't just
Right.
Involuntary punch.
I don't understand, though, why Bayleef would want to entice fighting. I'm not sure how it benefits from that.
I felt more like it was a punch, like defending my homestead, and not really like wanting to, tussle. But now knowing that I can, I've unlocked a new level of confidence.
It was a stand your ground punch.
Yes, a stand your ground punch.
Yes, basically.
A castle.
Go on.
You see a castle outside
There's
Mr.
a
Curtis?
castle.
I
I
don't
don't
see
see
one.
a castle.
Mr. Curtis, that's the radio tower, okay?
Yeah, that was a good castle, Mr. Curtis. I'm so happy for you that you saw that beautiful castle in your brain. All right, the next entry says, a spicy aroma emanates from around its neck. The aroma acts as a stimulant to restore health.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, healing qualities, too. It can do everything.
So I got healed and you got punched.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's just like a rejuvenating, energizing smell.
Interesting
right?
that you say energizing, because the next Pokedex entry says, the scent that wafts from the leaves on its neck causes anyone who smells it to become energetic.
Hey!
So we got makes you want to fight, restores health, makes you become energetic. It does everything.
Yeah.
Man, maybe we aren't doing a pitch of Pokemon today, but maybe I
makes Mr. Curtis's famous 18-hour soup taste even better.
It's not famous.
Maybe
no,
hey,
not
that you'll know now.
Have you tasted it though, Mr. Curtis? Maybe adding the extra tubules from Bayleef speeds up the I don't know, cooking rate, the soupifying rate. So maybe after adding it, it only takes 15 hours.
But maybe we'll see.
We'll see. Taste it now.
Okay.
Okay, while he's tasting it, I'll read the Pokedex entries from the Hoenn region.
Okay.
Bayleef's neck is ringed by curled up leaves. Inside each tubular leaf is a small shoot of a tree. The fragrance of this shoot makes people peppy.
Peppy was one word for it, I guess. Oh, how was it, Mr. Curtis?
You know, it's not bad.
What did it do to your voice?
Yeah, you okay?
Yeah, it's I'm feeling kind of energized.
Okay.
Actually,
I don't like how your voice is cracking, Mr. Curtis. As somebody who went through puberty very young, I will tell you kind of have to just let it happen. You know,
that's not what is happening. It gets you just got very enticed and happy for this class. This is
peppy,
this is interesting.
Energetic, ready to fight.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna have to take this back home to the boys, and that's what I call my colony of several hundred Spinnerax I brought with me from Kanto.
They're all boys.
Are they all boys?
No. I mean, it's the greater boys. There's a mix of
the royal
equal.
boys.
The royal boys.
Boys.
Ah, what a great T-shirt idea.
The royal boys. What would that T-shirt look like?
Oh, it's gotta have
Jacob,
a Spinnerack with the crown on it.
Okay.
Professor
sure.
Jacob, you're welcome to take a portion now if you'd like. Do you want to try a little bit here?
I would, but I have so many Pokedex entries that I need to read.
That's
so.
right.
And I'm too busy listening to them, so I'm good.
Well, you can eat it as you're listening. To
you know, I think I'd rather cut my tongue out.
I didn't really offer anything to you, Corbin, but I suppose if the professor wants to give his share to you, I'll.
It's okay. I think we should, Professor. I don't want to.
Okay, well, don't make him if he doesn't want to.
If you want him,
we'll sneak some into his dinner tonight. Don't worry.
That's a good idea.
What'd you guys say?
I was whispering. I was whispering over here to Mr. Curtis, so you didn't hear that.
Yeah. It's not polite to whisper.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to the Sinnoh region Pokedex entries, and this will be our. Wait, no, it's not the last regional. Sorry, there are more. There aren't many more regional Pokedex entries, but. From Sinnoh, they say, the buds that ring its neck give off a spicy aroma that perks people up. So, it likes to keep its buds close at hand.
Yeah. Same.
It's good bros.
I always keep my buds close by.
Yeah, so your royal boys?
The royal boys.
Same. If I had buds.
Yeah, if I had friends, I would definitely keep them close at hand. I would definitely keep them in a ring around my neck. This is my bud ring.
That's very sweet.
Yeah, and Mr. Curtis, I see you have your hand raised. You want to ask a question about the bud ring?
Yeah. How can I get a matching bud ring like you?
Well, first you have to have buds, and you don't have buds.
I do.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Curtis. You don't have any buds.
I do have buds. Oh, you know what? I've got some webbing over here. Let me just get a.
Oh, yeah. Wait, guys, wait a second. Hold on. We've just created necklaces. And it's already a thing. It's already a thing that exists, unfortunately.
That's disgusting.
But it could be like a friendship bracelet necklace.
That's okay.
I've got plenty of web, and we can.
It really sounds like Corbin wants one.
I don't really want a buddy
Corbin,
necklace
I'll
made
make
of web.
you one.
No, that's okay. You don't need to do that.
We can make a friendship bracelets for the Professor Jacob fan club.
Is there a fan club?
Yeah, it's a fan club of me.
Oh, great.
First time I'm hearing about it.
Great. Well, now's your opportunity to join. All right, so that does it for the Sinnoh Pokedex entries. And there's nothing new from any of the other regions.
What?
Nothing new from Unova. None of the well-known regions. Yeah, they either just copy what we've already read, or they just don't include anything, which is so lazy, in my opinion. However, now I do have an interesting entry here that I don't know what region it comes from, but there is a new professor that is studying the sleep of different Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and so he's been writing these sleep Pokedex entries. It's Professor Neroli, I think. Now he doesn't come from a specific region, but there's a couple of islands where Pokemon sleep a lot or something. I'm not entirely sure.
Sounds like a wonderful place.
I know how that is. I like to sleep.
But here's the entry for Bayleef. It says, the buds that ring Bayleef's neck give off a spicy aroma that perks people up. Maybe the Pokemon sleeping around Bayleef feel invigorated too.
So like invigorated while they're sleeping, or does it wake them up?
I'm not sure. I think what Professor Neroli is saying is that it provides them very energetic sleep. Like it makes them feel energetic when they wake up. Maybe.
Oh, okay. So they sleep and then they wake up feeling rested and energized.
Or it just makes them dream faster.
It could.
It just cranks them dreams up to 2 times speed.
So like inside, when you smell it on the inside, you're saying "wake me up," but on the outside, you're saying "I can't wake up." And then back, and then and again on the inside, you're like "wake me up inside." Right, and then
on the outside,
obviously you can't wake up.
And then you can't sleep, so you're like, "Oh, save me!"
And then eventually you'll wake up and just scream, "Save me!" And Bayleef's like, "I was just letting off fumes. What's the deal?"
Yeah, I was just existing.
Right.
Why are you yelling at me? All right, so that does it for the regional Pokedex entries. Now, I do have one unique Pokedex entry. It comes to us from Ash's Pokedex, as most of them do.
All right, Ash.
It says Bayleef, the leaf Pokemon, the evolved form of Chikorita. Bayleef emits a spicy aroma from the leaves around its neck, and its razor leaf is extremely powerful.
Ooh.
So what do you think makes its razor leaf extremely powerful? I assume it's more powerful than, say, a Ivysaur or a Venusaur.
I'm going to say how sharp it is.
Okay, the sharpest.
I think because of how sharp the big leaf is on its head, I think that makes the razor leaf attack even more powerful.
Okay, so now you think the razor leaf is coming from that one leaf on its head?
Sure, if you have it, use it.
Well, that leaf is so long, and it's got a lot of like swing to it. So I think if it just spins its kind of heads around, it kind of looks like a helicopter, and then it chucks one big powerful razor leaf out as opposed to like a whole swarm of little razor leaves.
Right. It's like a bigger leaf versus tiny smaller leaves with little cuts.
Then does it like regrow that one on the top of its head back super quick or something?
Or it's a boomerang, it just falls right back into place.
It fits snugly right back into its forehead.
That's right.
Or maybe there's like, it's like we can't quite see it, but there's like a bunch of them all layered together or something. But I think you're right.
Layer peels off.
I think you're right, Mr. Curtis. I think it has to do with the torque of it spinning around its head, which makes its razor leaves so powerful. All right, that does it for the Pokedex entries. Are you guys ready for the assignment today?
Not if it's a quiz, I'm not.
Well, it's not a quiz.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but it's also not a poem.
Oh, no.
Aww.
I know, very sad. But it is today we are doing an instructional video.
Oh.
Are you sure we can't do a quiz, Professor?
No, he said no.
I'm sure because I did not write one, so we can't do a quiz.
I could write one real quick.
Please don't tell my teaching assistant to shut up.
Mr. Curtis, be quiet. You will not do that.
That's only slightly better than telling him to shut up.
Thank you.
Professor, I'm telling you what, he's punched you. He's mouthing off today. I don't know what's going on with him. Something's in the air today.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
yes.
it's the Bayleef.
Some
Bayleef. Dumb soup.
We're all a little bit punchy. Some of us more than others.
Right, literally.
Some of us are punchy. Some of us are punch-ed. I'm the punched one. All right. So, are you guys ready to hear? You guys remember how to do the instructional video? It's a teamwork. It's a teamwork or a team project that I give you guys to teach you how to work together better.
Yes, I remember. I have to work with Stinky.
I'm not feeling like I really want to work very closely with him today.
Well,
okay.
Your grade will reflect that then, Mr. Curtis.
Oh no, Professor, please, Cobra, come over here, buddy. Come get over here. Bring it in.
All right.
Wait, no, we have to, Mr. Curtis. We have to leave the room.
Well, before you do that, let me give you what the topic is of this instructional video.
Oh, please,
Okay.
please.
So
please,
in this,
please,
I
please.
want you guys to make an instructional video that details how to safely utilize Bayleef's fragrance as a workout enhancer.
Oh.
Yes. Now, if you don't remember, the rubric for a instructional video is 1, you must include info that we learned in class. 2, you must demonstrate an understanding of that information. 3, it has to be 5 minutes. The presentation has to be 5 minutes long and has to be focused on the topic given.
Okay.
So, like, I mean, if you repeat stuff or if you kind of like go on a tangent for something not related to the topic, like, then I'm not going to count that in the 5 minutes. And then 4, and this is the fun one, you can grade your partner on participation.
Okay.
So, and that's
All right.
now be for their grade. All right. So, take it away. Head outside. I'm not quite. We don't have a. They don't seem to have a video, like a VHS player in here. We might have to use. I think they gave us some kind of like disc player thing. I don't know. I'm sure you guys will figure it out.
Of course.
What is it?
I-
What type of disc?
I don't know. It's like a weird kind of it's like an oblong disc, like oval shaped and not normal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't understand how it works, but I'm
All
sure you guys will
right.
figure it
Well,
out.
I mean, listen, I brought my little camera today.
Oh,
just
well,
for
that's
taking
good.
pictures. But I'm down to use it to record a nice video. So here we go, Mr. Curtis. Let's go. Let's get this over with.
Let's go.
All right, bye.
Neither of us are happy about it.
Well, I'm kind of happy about it.
All right, bye. Okay, Professor, we're back. We got it.
We're back,
Recorded
Professor.
a stellar,
What is this classroom?
stellar video.
Oh yes,
A stellar
sorry.
video. Are you ready? Here is the disc.
Forgot where we were. Fell asleep for a second there. What's going on? Where are we? What's happening?
We made a video. We made a little fun little instructional video for Bayleef.
Yes, instructional video. Here, let me make sure I have my notes and stuff so I can record what you guys cover. All right,
Okay,
let me get the
okay.
timer ready to go.
All right. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll put the disc in. Where does this disc go?
I think you have to put it in diagonally on the little.
Oh, this little device here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
This little player. Okay, so just press that, and then slide. Oh, there it goes. All right, here we go. 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 Hello there, everyone.
Hello, and welcome to class.
Welcome to how to safely utilize Bayleef's fragrance as a workout enhancer.
Workout enhancer.
Workout enhancer. Mr. Curtis, I would love for you to take step 1 and guide our listeners and students how to do this.
Well, in order to safely utilize Bayleef fragrance as your workout enhancer, the first thing you have to do is get yourself a Bayleef that's willing to support you in your fitness life goals.
You gotta have a Bayleef. You can't do it without a Bayleef, and without a proper fitness pal who can hold you accountable. You will falter without one, okay? I promise. You'll fail.
Just make sure it has a really spicy smelling neck, because you need that source of naturally enhancing performance enhancing ingredients.
Yes, you need that good smell from those good boys to be. I've been hanging out with you too much, Mr. Curtis. Ever since you came back to life, been hanging out with you way too much. Anyway, sorry, that's beside the point. Step number 2, Curtis, take it away.
Then you need to unring the curled up leaves, but only after you receive consent. Consent is key, everybody.
Consent is key, and consent is cute. We love it.
That's right. Then what happens next, Corbin?
I'll tell you. Step 3, resist the urge to punch people and objects nearby. That's going to be really hard. You might want to clench your fists a little bit or wear like oven mitts or something like that because you are going to be dealing with some spices, but you don't want to, reach around and punch people who might be helping you nearby. So make sure, resist the urge.
Sunburn. Yes. Yep, that's right.
What did you say, sunburn?
No, I said I don't know what I said. That's
We'll
fine.
cut this out of the video, I promise. All right, step 4, Mr. Curtis.
Next, you're going to need to grind up those tree-like shoots into a paste for easy digestion.
You want to ground up real smooth, so all the little bits of shoot can just flutter around in whatever mix you're going to put it in.
And you're going to make sure it's ready to release all that good aroma, spicy aroma.
Yes, good. Step 5, dilute the intense combative tendencies of the small shoot with a proper protein and carb-rich meal. You gotta consume it in something. So, what kind of meals work for that? Well, we got some options here. You can put it in your pre-workout. You can put it in, you can put it in chocolate milk. You could put it in, I don't know, Mr. Curtis, what else could you put this in?
How about a large bowl of Mr. Curtis's famous 18-hour stew that everybody knows and loves?
Sounds disgusting.
It's full of protein, it's full of carbs, you just spent 18 hours stirring it, so... You know, it's been sitting there in anticipation. There's nothing better.
Well, once you have that, okay, for the sake of this, we'll say it's a soup. Now, that's going to lead us to step 6.
Now, be careful, though. Step 6, make sure that you measure the soup out according to your age, weight, and activity level, okay? You may be enticed to eat a massive amount of the soup, but remember, we just added all of that ground up shoot with all that spicy aroma. Less is more, okay?
Less is more, and especially with Mr. Curtis's soup, because it's not going to taste good.
You can have as much soup as you want, but just not the soup that you've already spiked, okay?
Right, exactly. So now, step 7. Try the soup, or whatever shoot-rich food, approximately 30 minutes before your workout. So by the time it kicks in, you're already exercising. You're ready to go and get...
Feeling the burns.
Feel the burn.
Working out, getting a smell.
But there is more. There is more than that, and Mr. Curtis is going to lead us into our final and most important step.
As much as important as it is to get you going, post-workout, it's also important to take time for yourself. And take time for your exercise pal.
I will.
And so make sure that you take a nice relaxing steam bath with your exercise pal Bayleef and use the spicy aromas to stimulate the healing recovery process. So that way you're ready for next time.
Right, because you're not going to see results if you don't rest properly. It's that simple when it comes to working out. And hey, listen, who doesn't love a good bath with their friends, am I right?
That's right. In a big bowl of Mr. Curtis's 18-hour stew.
Well, not that so much, honestly. But that's it. That's all we have today for our tutorial on how to utilize a Bayleef fragrance as a workout enhancer. So please tune in next time for more epic, awesome tutorial
movies.
What?
Okay.
All right,
wow,
Professor.
Very good.
What'd you think?
You know, that was pretty good, you guys. I think this is the first time in a while that you've hit the 5-minute mark.
Woohoo!
Now I'm tempted.
Right.
I'm tempted to take away points because you talked a lot about Mr. Curtis's soup, like a lot in there about Mr. Curtis's soup. But
that was all him, Professor. I wanted nothing to do with it.
I mean, you did like tee him up perfectly to talk about his soup.
Okay, well, Mr. Curtis wrote majority of the script, so.
Okay. All right. Well, that's not looking good for you on the 4th point of this rubric.
I mean, he wrote it, but I helped, chime in other creative ways.
Corbin added his own flair and take on it. I will be the first to admit I don't spend a lot of time in the gym, so Corbin had to provide the insight on that part.
Yeah, as somebody who's thought about working out quite a bit, I can testify what works and what doesn't.
Okay.
Right.
I think you guys did really, really well with this one. I think you include, because there's not a lot of information that we have on Bayleef, but I think you guys did include a lot of the stuff that we learned about. You included the fact that its smell is energizing, but also good for recovery. So that was good, and you really did understand what we learned. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you 4 points for both of those.
Right.
I'm also gonna give you 4 points for the time. Now this is where it might get a little bit dicey. Corbin, if you could please leave the room or cover your ears or something.
I'll cover my ears.
Well,
Professor.
Mr. Curtis gives his review on your participation. Mr. Curtis.
Closing ears.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Out of 4, how do you rate Corbin's participation in this assignment?
I really, listen, you know what? He really brought a lot of energy and some flavor text to the show. So like, I mean, just like, you know, Bayleef's aroma would be the star, but what would the star be without its vessel, the pot of 18-hour Mr. Curtis's stew? You know, the star of my great script was only further enhanced by Corbin's extra flair.
Okay.
So I gotta give him a 3.75.
Okay, nothing's perfect, I guess.
That's right. It's pretty good. Okay.
All right, Corbin, hello.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey,
what's up?
All right. So now it's your turn, Mr. Curtis. If you could cover your ears.
Of course.
Okay.
All right, Corbin, how would you rate on a scale of 1 to 4 Mr. Curtis's participation in this assignment?
Oh, Professor, it was so hard. I could not get him to stop talking about the soup. I mean, he put in the work, but the soup. I'm so tired of hearing about it.
Okay.
I mean, listen, I'm going to say a solid 3.6. He did put in a ton of effort, and he was very collaborative this time, but any chance to get to talk about his soup, I mean, he's just really hung up on it. I don't think he should let his personal life and cooking abilities affect the flow of the classroom. That was
really
a little
broken up
unprofessional.
about the soup loss.
He was really broken up about it. He was bringing his personal life into work. Wasn't a huge fan of that. But other than that, I thought he did a very, very nice job.
Okay, I'm writing down here 3.6, too much soup.
Yeah, too much soup.
I'm sure future Jacob will understand what that means.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, Mr. Curtis, I heard you giggle at that. You're not listening to us, are you?
Mr. Curtis,
No.
you better not be listening.
I'm sorry. What was that, Professor?
Cheating.
I was over here.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you guys did overall very, very well on that assignment. I'm very proud.
Oh, is it time to come back?
Yes.
I can unplug my ears now, right?
Unplug?
Unplug my ears? Yeah.
Oh, I guess you put, but yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yes. All right. So unless anybody else has any more questions on Bayleef, I think we're going to end the lesson there. All right. I'm not seeing any hands. So does anybody know who we're talking about next week? It is the evolved form of Bayleef.
It's got to be Decidueye.
Nope.
It's got to be time.
Nope. It's not going to be time for a very long time, if it ever is time.
This is Seviper, right? Isn't this Seviper?
Explain your thinking.
Well, it loses its legs when it evolves the last time because then it's quicker. You know what I mean?
All right, so you have no idea what Pokemon
I don't know.
is.
I don't know,
Okay.
Professor. I don't know.
So we are learning about Meganium next week. The evolved form of Bayleef.
That's
Final
kind of
evolution
snake-like
Chikorita.
with legs.
Not... You know that one defining. I'm not sure what a snake is.
I mean, if you added legs to a snake,
I don't know what a snake is.
Okay,
I know
serpent-like.
Are you saying Ekans backwards?
Like an Ekans, like serpent-like that.
Okay, sure. No, you said like the one defining feature of an Ekans in that it doesn't have legs.
Yes.
I'd say its opalescent purple coat's pretty defining feature of
Those are some
Ekans.
big words for you there, Mr. Curtis.
Whoa, Mr.
I'm
Curtis,
sorry.
you got a thesaurus out?
Purple color.
There you go. That's Mr. Curtis I know.
He's like, I can't let them know I'm smart. All right, but we'll talk about that next week. Until then, if you have any questions for me, the professor, there is a litany of different ways to get in contact with me or Corbin or Mr. Curtis. Yes, Corbin.
It just sounded like you were making a pun. Litany? Like
Like Litton, sure. But we have a link tree link on our description, so you can find us there. If you have time, feel free to give us a rating on Spotify or Flapple Podcasts. We haven't talked about that in a while, but that is an amazing way to get new virtual students. Also, word of mouth. Tell your friends if they're interested in Pokemon. This is a great class, a great space. Personally, I
Great
think
place to be.
we got to build up our Johto listenership.
we do.
And also if you have the means, you can subscribe to our Patreon. You can get a bunch of additional content. You can get access to the full Discord, access to our bloopers and outtakes, as well as our Q&A videos, lessons, not videos, clips, audios. I don't know.
Audio clips.
Whatever you want to call them. Audio clips. Sure. Add those two words together. And also, of course, the star of the show, Mr. Curtis's Doodles.
Oh, yes. Mr. Curtis's doodles are great.
And let me tell you what, I was doodling this time around.
And once we hit our first big goal of $200 a month, we're going to do a Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge. If you don't know what it is, you can Google it.
So if you want more content from us, that is the best way to get it. All right. But that's going to do it for today's lesson. So until next time, Class is dismissed.